Hi my loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to yet another video with me. If you are new here, my name is Moth, and to my returning subscribers, to my day ones, to my regulars, what do you do, baby? Welcome back to yet another video with me. Thank you for the continuous love and support, and I'm back today with another video. So before we get into this, please excuse me for the background noises. Yeah, the usual in the background. So yeah, anyway, on today's video, I'm gonna be sharing about vision planning, like creating a vision board, right? So I realized that creating a vision board at the beginning of the year usually leaves you lagging, like you're left behind, because when we start the new year, we're usually tired from the festive season, like we're just coming back from a busy time. So come January, you're still like recovering from that. And I thought the best way for me to start planning for 2023 is for me to start planning now before the festive chaos hits, and then I get consumed by all of that chaos and then become tired. So basically what I'm saying is I started reflecting now at the beginning of December / end of November, and then I started planning for the following year so that when the year starts, I can just kickstart with the year and just get straight into hitting my goals. And then I also have this thing that when I plan my things, I usually start implementing them even way before January. So it's like I'm already channeling the energy, of doing those things already months before I get into Jan. So by the time I'm in Jan, it's already sort of a routine or a habit that's coming into place, right? Just like I said, next year I want it to be my hot girl era. As you can see now, I put an effort into looking good now. I put on my makeup. I took a break from putting on makeup for a while, and this also was because I just wanted to appreciate myself for who I am naturally, and I didn't want to always feel like I have to put on makeup to look good or to feel confident. I just wanted to be out there, just like being myself and without feeling the pressure of needing to look a certain way. So but now I'm channeling my hot girl era as well. So as you can see, your girl's looking good. All right, so anyway, without wasting any time, let's get into the video. All right, so here I have a list of all the goals that I want to achieve for the next year. So I put them into different categories, which I'll take you guys through. But before I start with that, like I said, I started by taking my last year's vision board and then reflecting on it, taking things off, seeing what I've achieved and what I haven't, what's working well and what's not working well, what do I need to improve on, if there's something that I need to improve on that was on last year's vision board, and so on. Because some things are like a continuous process. It's not like a once-off thing. It's like things you're gonna need to work on for the rest of your life to keep improving those things, so those are some of the things that are transferred into this current plan for 2023, so that I can continue working on those things. But anyway, so I've got, I think, about 7 categories here for the vision board. So the first one here on the top is personal development, and then it's followed by spiritual, and then it's followed by physical health, and then it's actually physical / health. So here it's me combining both the physical and health in one page, because it's a long page, so it's gonna allow me to fit in a lot of things. I'll break them down into the physical part and then the health part, and then self-care, and then the other part is social / relationships. So this is for obviously social life, relationships, and so on. And then let's see, travel, and then I've got career, and then I've got financial. So let me get into this categories one by one and start explaining what they're all about. And I want to thank one of the YouTubers who also inspired this. Her name is Malichima Matiba. You can check out her channel. I'll link it somewhere here. I'll show her YouTube channel. You can go follow her there for more reading content as well as this type of things. So I've always been into this, but she also helped in terms of structuring it, putting it into different categories and stuff like that, breaking it down even more further. All right. So first thing on the list is personal development. How am I going to do this? I want to show you. So this is the first page, says okay, let me do this. So this is the first page here, says personal development. All right, so what is personal development? What I put under this category is things that I want to improve on, like in terms of general skills, things I'd like to sort of enhance or learn. For example, like what I did this year, like the swimming, as well as taking driving lessons to be a better driver, all those type of things that is gonna help you improve on your skills or certain skills that you feel like you need in your life. So those are sort of things that I put on this side. So I don't know if I should share this with you. Okay, I'll share one. Like, for example, what I put here, one of them is swim more often. For me, as much as I learned how to swim this year and took the swimming lessons, I haven't been swimming in a while. I think it's been 2 months now, and I feel like because I'm not yet a pro at swimming, I feel like I still need to be swimming regularly in order for me to get used to being in the water and just being able to be a natural swimmer, So I want to do more of that as well, like more often as well, just so I get comfortable in this swimming thing, And yeah, the list goes on. So I think one of the things that I will share as well is read at least one book per month. That's one thing I tried to do as well. This year, the plan was to read 12 books, but currently I'm sitting at, I think, 2, 4, 6, 8. I'm sitting at 8, so I'm missing 4. But for someone who wasn't usually a reader, this is a good start because 8 books is really a lot. So next year, the plan is to at least read 12 books or even more, right? So yeah, personal development is about all the things you want to improve on in your personal life, right? Now moving on to the next category. So the next category is spiritual. So in this instance, you have to put anything that has to do with your spiritual side of things, like in terms of your growth spiritually with God. I'll give examples. For example, pray every morning after waking up. So that's one of the things I do, and I still put it down because, like I said, some things never go away. They still remain on the list because it's how it's supposed to be. So I have to remind myself that praying every day is important and that it has to be done regardless of how I'm feeling. I have to kneel down and pray. Same thing goes for journaling, my prayers, my thoughts, my manifestations as well. I will never let go of that. Understand that no matter what happens, I still need to get that going in my daily life. I might not journal every day, but I definitely know that I will kneel down and speak to God every day, you know, so those type of things. So the list goes on. So obviously, because these are my personal goals, so I'm just sharing a glimpse of it so you can have an idea what to put under your spiritual category as well. So all those things that you feel like you need to work on spiritually to bring you closer to God or to bring you closer to a higher power that you believe in, write them down, put them down, and work on improving those things, and like, you know, make them work, you know. Also for me, I think one of the biggest one next year is I feel like I want to do some more meditation. I've been doing it, but not every day. It's just like every now and then. And now I want to be intentional about, you know, meditating, sitting down, taking at least 10 minutes a day with no noise, no phones, nothing. Sit there and just close my eyes and meditate, like pure silence, pure silence. So I can do that either by also walking, like, you know, in the where there's a bushy area, like for example the bed park. So I feel like that's gonna be one of the places that I frequently visit because it's so serene there. So, you know, those are one of the goals. All right, so now let's move on to the next one. All right, so moving to the next one. So the next one is physical/health. So for me, this would be like fitness wise as well as health wise, you know, like food and all that stuff. So hence two categories here, physical/health, right? So if you write maybe on something smaller, and unlike me, you're not trying to fit things into one page, so you could split them apart and put the physical and then also put health aside. But on my side, I did it on one page, but I broke them down into two sections of physical and then as well as health. So with the physical, it has to do everything fitness, what I want to work on regarding my fitness for the following year. So for example, I've already been training myself to exercise 3 times a week. I want to continue with that, possibly add one more day now, do it 4 times a week, you know, gradually grow into this fitness thing, exercising thing, making it a habit, you know, making it a daily habit. Like it should be part of my life now. It should be part of my DNA that when I don't feel, when I don't exercise, I should feel some type of way, you know. I don't want it to be a thing where I have to drag it anymore, where I'm like, do I really have to do this? I want it to be a thing where I'm like, what? I'm not feeling all right. I think I need to exercise, you know. It should be something that I feel excited about doing, you know, and which I'm slowly getting there, you know, daily. I try to channel my energy into, you know, staying fit and being the healthiest Han in the world, you know. So yeah, on the physical health, I added some of those things that has to do with, you know, my fitness, what I want to, you know, achieve in the next year in terms of also losing my weight and stuff like that. Because for example, this year I said my target was to at least lose 15 kg, which I'm close to reaching. I think I'm only left with 1 kg to lose. So next year we're even putting a way bigger target, and then we're gonna lose all of that weight as well as build muscles and stuff like that. So the list is like, yeah, it's so long, but I'm loving what I put down here, and I can't wait to start, you know, doing all of these things. Like I said, I'm already implementing some of the things slowly before the year begins. So by the time the year begins, I'm already ready to, like, you know, to continue with smashing my goals. And then in terms of health, it's like, you know, the main statement I put on my vision board is your health is your wealth, meaning I'm reminding myself that me being healthy counts a lot in my life, you know, so right? Yeah, I would like sort of put how I want to, you know, take care of my body in terms of what I put into my mouth, you know. So for example, some of the things here would include like incorporating more veggies into my meals, you know, at least have 2 veggies, 2 fruits in a day. You know, there shouldn't be a day where there isn't a fruit or veggie, where you just eat starch and meat and there's no veggies in there. And then like things like, as well as like eating out, you know, minimizing eating out, you know, and making sure I'm cooking more often and stuff like that. That has always been part of my goals, even from last year. But sometimes turn to slack and then get a wake-up call like, hey, remember your goals, hey. So that's one of the things that I hear that I've incorporated into this. The list goes on. One of the things that I incorporated here was having a, what do you call this thing, having a meal plan, right? So I incorporated having a meal plan in my household, like, because I realized the lack of it is the reason why I also lack in terms of cooking sometimes, because you're like and then you just end up ordering out. I even deleted my Uber Eats, like, just to be like, I don't want to order out anymore for the rest of the year. So I'm disciplining myself. If I'm gonna order out, to be if I went somewhere and you know, the vibes. But for now, Uber Eats is out. So I created a meal plan for myself. That's how serious I am, right? Like, I'm out here making sure I'm creating meal plans. Like, you know, like, have something in paper that's gonna help me eat healthy. Like, you know, day one, here I'm doing some protein shake meals, and you know, that's for breakfast, and then for lunch is like lentil, chickpea and feta salad, you know. And then for the evening, I'll have a grilled chicken with roasted baby marrow. Do you see the things that I said I want to have in a day? Like, in the whey protein or in my shake, I would have berries, I would have peanuts. So I'm already, you know, having healthy stuff in that in the protein shake. And then for my lunch, already lentils, chickpea, like, those are veggies. So I'm already incorporating the number of veggies I want in the day. And then later on, the grilled chicken, another you know, protein, but now I have baby marrows as well, you know. So I'm incorporating the things that I want in my meals. So hence I created a eating plan and meal plan, so I can, you know, stay more healthy, because I'm being intentional about it. I realize the more I'm intentional about it and have things in paper, is the more things work much better, you know. So yeah, so those are some of the things that you can include in your vision board for 2023. All right, so moving on, here I've got self-care. So obviously self-care has to do with everything about taking care of your body and, you know, your mind, your soul, things that relaxes you, like, in a sense, like things that are not habits that, you know, that makes you think about working hard towards them or anything like that. These are things that you enjoy doing. For example, massages, reading, pampering yourself. So for example, since I said I want to be in my hot goal era next year, this means for me, my self-care is gonna include, you know, doing my nails monthly, doing my hair every month, you know, maybe start installing eyelashes, you know, the one that lasts for a month, you know, those type of things. You know, my skincare, already, you know, I'm somehow a little bit into skincare right now. So some of the things would include me, like, now expanding my range of products in my bathroom, you know, in terms of those scrubs, in terms of the brushes as well, exfoliating brushes. Like, I'm gonna incorporate some more routines into that, into my self-care routine. Like, but I think you get the gist, right? So everything that you love doing that makes you feel good about yourself, you include it in this list, and then you check as you go, and you tick as you go, that am I implementing this, that. I was able to achieve most of them in for 2022. I think it was only one thing that I didn't do, and that's with good reason. I'm still even thinking about it, but it's back here. I'll see if I try and do it for the next year. But yeah, so that's it for the self-care. So now we're moving on to the next one. So this is social / relationships. So let's start with relationships. So this will be in terms of family, friends, and so on. So let's say you have goals with your family. In this case, how you want to build your relationship with your family. Let's say you guys are not close or something of that sort. You want to write down goals about what is your intention with your family for the next year, what you want to improve on, if the things that haven't been working out, like those type of things. Maybe you want to sit down with your family, try to find a way how to communicate with each other better, those type of stuff. So in mine, I think the one that maybe this year I was really slacking on. For example, I'm going to use my friends. So this year I've been so isolated so much that I haven't been checking up on my friends and family, especially like my cousins, my friends as well. So I haven't been checking up on them. I get so used to being alone that I no longer do social calls and stuff like that. But in that case, you also realize it's a two-way street. It's not just about me, it's also about them, because for us to be able to have a good communication means they're also not really checking up on me either. But I want to revive that, right? Because the more you do it, the more they're also going to realize. Now they're going to get used to you calling them. Then they're also going to be like, oh, yeah, let me call her. So next year, my plan is to be more intentional about reaching out to my friends, being there for them, and having those chit chats, unlike those calls in 3 months. So yeah, those are one of the things. And then also in terms of social life, what do you want to do in your social life? Is it cutting people off? Is it removing yourself from things, like uncuffing yourself from unwanted or toxic relationships, all those things? Or do you want to go out more often with your friends? All those things, you incorporate them here because you're trying to show your intention around those things. All right, so yeah, now moving on, the next category is travel, right? So in the travel, you're gonna include anything that has to do with your plans of wanting to be out and about and seeing the world. So you don't have to go far. You can still be here in Mzansi and travel Mzansi. So whatever that is that you want to do for next year, you put it here. Whether it's you go into Cape Town, you come into Durban, you go into Mpumalanga, all of that. So you can start planning and budgeting for these things. And once you have them done, it also helps you achieve them, because once you know what you want to do, then you start incorporating like those things into your finances, making sure that you're saving, and you start making plans, checking out prices, comparisons, saving in advance as well, knowing the peak times and when's a good time to not book and when's a good time to book, those type of things. And then you can also now have a different section where you just include your outings. So that, I feel like that's also part of the social, but this side you can be more specific about it in terms of the places you want to visit. For example, like in terms of your outings, for example, I'm in Durban right now. I haven't really explored Durban to too much, right, to that length. So my intention now would be me going around and seeing different places rather than what's already surrounding me. Like, go out there in the Midlands, go to your Balito, go sightseeing, even here your Ushaka Marine World, doing all the activities that are there, like, because there's different things such as your snorkeling, your shark cage, all those things. So that would be some sort of like my part of outing for me that I need to plan for and budget for in the next year to ensure that I really meet those goals of seeing and learning about the town that I'm living in. And then moving to the next one, so financial. So this is very important. Obviously, you need to make sure that your financials are in place. I've been currently reading books about financials to also help me channel good energies into this, so that can help me, budget properly. I also follow YouTube channels that also talk about, finances, like the Financial Bunny, Nicolette Mashile, like Mapalomaku, and the likes. There's also one small YouTuber that's upcoming, Jennifer Numalo, who does like monthly budgeting and monthly reviews, all those type of things. So this is the part where you put down your financial goals, like how do you want to start saving, how you want to create an emergency account, how to have traveling account, how to separate your transactional account and the main account, all those type of things that you want to put in place in order for you to achieve your financial goals. But in order for you to do that, I think, like I said, the best thing to do is also invest in watching those type of YouTube channels that teach you about financial literacy, as well as reading books like Mapalomaku, You're Not Broke, You're Pre-Rich. And I'm also currently reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Those type of things help you into channeling your energy in the right places and start making best financial decisions. So here I did put all those goals down. So for example, one thing that will never go away, that always needs to be there, is creating a monthly budget that shows the breakdown of all the income and the expenses, and then allocating funds according to needs and wants, cutting down on unnecessary expenses, so all of those things that you need to put in your financial goals. So put them here and go after them. Don't just put them down. Really work hard towards achieving those goals, because that's the whole point of planning, right? And then the next thing is career. So for example, I've got I believe now I've got two careers. One, my mainstream career, which is my job, my daily job. So I put goals of what I want to achieve in my work for the next year, what I want to do for my career, how I want to show up at work, how I want to work, all those things, they incorporated in here. And the second career now for me is content creation. Since I hopped into this content creation, this automatically now becomes your career as well, because other YouTubers are my colleagues, right? Other content creators are my colleagues, right? So yeah, the content creation space, you also put down the goals you want to achieve with that, in terms of let's say, for example, with my content creation, the things I want to invest in, the things that I want to improve, where I want to see myself going, all those type of things. So you put them here into your career planning, and hopefully things work out for you the way you want them to. But I'm telling the universe every day about the things that I put down here, and trust me, it always works out. The universe is always listening. So, and then oh wow, that was actually the last category on this vision board. All right, so yeah, one thing I'd say, be intentional about your goals, the things that you have set for yourself. Pray about them, tell the universe about them, work hard towards them, because putting them down and not doing anything about it, I feel like it's a complete waste. So make sure that when you write this thing down, you are intentional about it, follow through with these things. So one thing that can also help you also achieve this is to have a monthly planner as well as a weekly planner. So you can break these goals down further into months and weeks. So there's things that you want to do every day. For example, if you want to start reading, you can have a weekly planner to say, maybe I want to read at least 30 minutes a day every day. and you create a calendar where you show your reading, and then you also create let's say for example exercising. Say I want to exercise on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and a Saturday, and then you put them on your weekly planner. You know, on those days, you know, you definitely smashing those goals, and so on. You know, so be intentional about, you know, achieving your goals. So far, I'd like to say my 2022 has been so good. I achieved 98% of my goals. I've achieved 98% of my goals, and I'm happy about that. I'm happy that I've seen myself through this year. I worked hard, and I also want to thank you guys for also helping me achieve one of my goals, you know, because I wouldn't be here as well and one of my goals in content creation if it wasn't for you guys supporting me, watching this channel, you know. And yeah, we're heading to that 1K, baby. Woo, this is so exciting. Keep watching the videos, keep liking, keep commenting, you know, keep showing me some love. I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it really helps you in terms of, you know, planning your vision board better. And yeah, hopefully it helps. But yeah, this is it from me. This is it, yeah, from me for today, and I will definitely see you on my next video. Please stay blessed and stay safe. All right, ciao.